So in this second presentation today, I'd like to focus on how AI can deliver exceptional assisted self-service to your customers. So at Quiq, our mission is to help brands like yourselves to deliver the perfect blend of AI and human expertise when engaging with your customers. But before I talk about Quiq, I'd like to start with a quote. Our CEO and founder, Mike Meyer, was recently at a big AI investors conference. Over $100 billion invested in AI. And a successful investor took the stage and said, despite all the talk about AI, the ROI for the enterprise is still unproven. Then he went on to say, well, except when it comes to AI powered coding tools. In other words, using LLMs to write code to develop great software. And then after a short pause, oh, and of course, customer experience. And at Quiq, we wholeheartedly agree with this sentiment that CX is the single largest opportunity in AI right now, which is great news. But of course, your C-suite also knows this, hence the massive pressure to use AI in all parts of your customer engagement journey. So, how much is this opportunity worth? Well, those of you who've been around in your career quite a long time, like myself, 25 plus years, most of that time has been before AI. Then, if you were a large contact center, and the mathematics, the equations still fit whether you're large or small, but if you were a large contact center, say with 5 million interactions a year, then the cost to resolve those interactions would be 26 million pounds if the cost per resolution by a human was £5. Then you would need to add a conversation fee to a vendor like Quiq, say 20 pence, and that was the simple equation. If you needed to handle more conversations, you needed more humans. Of course, in the current era, you have two options. The conversation fee of 20p still applies to the vendor, but now you have AI agents as the front line. And we believe at Quiq around 60% of conversations in time, and it's happening already at a number of our customers, will be resolved by AI agents. And in this case, the vendor would charge a small but a fee for resolution. So you would have an AI resolution fee of 45 pence as opposed to the previous human assisted one of £5.20. But of course, not all customer engagements can be resolved by AI, nor should they be, in our opinion, at Quiq. So around 40% of conversations would be escalated to a human. But of course, as I presented on earlier, this is where AI can really augment and elevate the human engagement as well to get that cost per issue down to 375. The combination of these two factors is what drives this saving. And again, you can get the 26 down to 9.25 million, a very healthy saving. So I would like to focus on this AI frontline or AI resolution option here. So who is Quiq? Well, Quiq is the only customer engagement platform that has been specifically built for the async messaging era we live in today. But more than this, Quiq seamlessly combines humans and AI on these channels in a way that AI-only vendors simply can't. So if we start with the customer at the center of the experience here, we can build a customer journey, whether it's a booking flow, product support, etc. We can build that once and apply it to the channels, whether those be the messaging channels I referenced, like WhatsApp or Apple Messages or Instagram, or indeed to voice or email. But not all customer interactions will be fully resolved by AI. So when we need to escalate to a human agent, we can do so on the Quiq Human Agent Console, which we can use natively or could be embedded into Salesforce or Oracle or Zendesk. And here we can blend the perfect mix of human and AI to resolve the issue. So, what is the business case here for AI agents? So, at its bottom line, we can drive amazing efficiency and effectiveness in time. So, this example here for Cracker Barrel, the US restaurant chain, is ability to drive a 67% reduction in that cost per contact by using AI agents rather than humans, but still for a very impressive 92% resolution rate. Now, fair enough, inquiries to a restaurant chain are probably going to be fairly straightforward. But as you scale this, you can provide more sophisticated and even deeper experiences, as I presented earlier on the Panasonic one. But really, the end point, the end game, is a profitable growth story. And I'd like to use Bob's Discount Furniture to illustrate that. So chances are everybody on the call has not heard of Bob's Discount Furniture, but it is the US's fastest growing furniture retailer, getting to around $3 billion now. Been around since 1991 with retail stores as well as a big online presence. And Bob's is famous for its customer experience. So I'd like to focus on four specific KPIs that really show this profitable growth story. The first, as I've already talked about with Cracker Barrel, is a very impressive resolution rate by AI to support conversations of 76% in this case. Now, Bob's had a first generation NLU bot with Quiq and has now moved to a fully agentic AI bot. And this has driven a further advantage of by 30% reducing any escalations of those support inquiries to human agents. So the basis here is that the human agents are freed up to do more sophisticated or more revenue orientated customer engagements. So this has allowed Bobs to use the outbound, proactive, preemptive capability of the Quiq platform to drive 24 times more outbound conversations, which means they can now engage with an even better customer experience and have identified over 15% now more sales opportunities. So reducing costs with AI agents, but then also driving an increase in revenue, truly breaking the cost CX equation. I'd like to finish with Spirit Airlines, our biggest customer, where they're driving AI-driven self-service across 6 channels now. And Vanessa kindly did a webinar with us on Friday that if you go to the Quiq website, you can register and watch on demand, where she talked through a 40% plus resolution rate now by AI agents. True scale, fully agentic, as you'll see in the demo on the next page. Natural conversations, being able to move from, say, an inquiry around a flight to a full booking or change of booking across channels such as WhatsApp, Apple Messages, RCS, and Voice, as we'll show, and the ability to mix those channels in a multimodal way. So when it makes sense to use a more visual channel to support voice, you'll see that's how we do it. So let's see the example.
Are you calling about an existing travel reservation?
Yep.
Am I speaking with Max?
Yep, this is Max.
Great. Thanks for confirming that. Are you contacting us about your upcoming one-way travel reservation from Detroit to Orlando with confirmation code JLVUNW?
Yeah, I just had a few questions.
Thank you. Please wait one moment while I pull up your reservation details. Thank you for your patience. I have your reservation pulled up. Can you please confirm the reason for your inquiry today?
Yeah, I'm going to be working, so I wanted to know if there was Wi-Fi on the plane and how many bags I could bring on board.
Yes, we do have Wi-Fi available for purchase on the flight. Also, your reservation includes one free personal item and one carry-on bag. I can help you add additional baggage to your reservation if you'd like. Would you like to start that process?
No, that's okay.
Is there anything else I can help you with today?
Oh, shoot. You know what? I just realized that departure date isn't going to work. Can you help me change my flight date?
You can make changes to your flight up to 1 hour before it departs. I can help you with changing your flight date. Would you like to start that process?
Yes, please.
One moment. During our call, can we text you at 831-706-8152? Message and data rates may apply.
Yeah.
Okay, now let's confirm your existing reservation. Would you like to change the time or date of your flight?
Can I change the date?
What date would you like your departing flight changed to?
Could I fly on September 22nd by any chance?
I'll send you the flight details via text shortly. Please review the flight options I just texted you. When you're ready, option 2 if one of those work.
Let's go with option 1, please. That's perfect.
So there we saw a very natural, flowing voice conversation handled by an AI agent, where Max, my colleague, could make a change to his booking, and if needed, it could be escalated to a human agent. But of course, because the flow was so engaging and answered all the questions, there was no need. Thank you.
And okay, thanks very much. Really interesting, Chris. Anyone got any questions live? You can use the messaging function to drop us a question. If you're on demand and you've got any questions for Chris, you'll see his contact details in the email where you found the link to this video. You can send a question directly via email. But we're going to leave that QR code up, Chris, and I've got a couple of questions for you. The first one, you mentioned for Bob's Furniture that the AI had detected more sales opportunities. Can you explain a bit more how the AI can identify those opportunities?
Yes, and I realized today we're talking about customer service, but often there's a lot of, upsell, cross-sell, new customer purchases within those service conversations. So first thing is, I'm sure most people know, LLMs are really good at categorizing the intent of a conversation. So if the AI agent's engaging, you can get the LLM to sort of reflect on those conversations or identify in real time if there's a sales conversation. But, and a real genuine sales opportunity in there. But knowing, say, we had 50 missed sales opportunities yesterday is one thing, but acting on them, of course, is the real focus. So as I like to say, customers want act bots, not chat bots. So in the case of Bob's Discount Furniture, we can, let's say we're engaging late in the evening, the human agents are not online, we're engaging through the website, as you know, with Quiq, that could be any channel you want through the widget. So let's say it's WhatsApp. We can engage and say, hey, would you like us to connect back to you proactively when human agents become available? So in the morning when they're online, there's availability. Rather than hope the customer might come back, we can re-engage. And I think AI reconnecting humans into a conversation is incredibly powerful. So that's just one example that Bob's have used to really make sure they optimize all the sales opportunities there.
Brilliant. Now, if you're watching live, you can use the polling function to request more information from Quiq. And I've got a couple of options, more information by email or to arrange a callback. If you're watching on demand, you can do something similar, just reaching out to Chris via his email address. So our second question is, it's probably sort of connected to the Spirit Airlines case study. So, and I think it's sort of the question boils down to the sort of the nervousness of the human customers, sort of going through an entire process from start to finish, using sort of voice AI or the AI chatbot. So sort of just give us some insight into how you found sort of clients like Spirit Airlines have coped with sort of transitioning customers onto this sort of start to finish AI experience.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think AI engaging on voice as a channel, for us as humans, it always brings more trepidation. Now, whether it's the brand thinking, oh, I've got a voice AI, talk to my humans, are they going to like it? Or probably the first time that you as a human, as a customer, speak to a fully agentic AI agent. And of course, the legacy of really dreadful chatbots out there has sort of created this sort of probably sort of, awareness that, oh, is this going to be useful or not? So there's a couple of things. I think first, in the last even 6 months, the capabilities of voice AI have just come on a whole eternity. I mean, it's amazing now. Things like latency, which is obviously very key in a conversation like we're having now. The quality of the voices, I mean, it's state of the art now. But I think the key is, great, well, it is, but if the customer isn't comfortable and wants to talk to a human, you've sort of lost that opportunity. So I think validating very early in the call, like you saw with the Spirit Airlines demo, validating very early using the phone number to identify, again, taking them through a know your customer, and then sort of identifying that you understand the booking they have with you. I think the customer then has, you know, unexpected value that, oh, this actually does understand what I want it to do, and then can go on and actually resolve that issue. Next time you come back, you've got far more confidence. So yeah, I'd say that's the practical lesson. Make sure that you validate the customer early, give them that confidence, and then we find, you know, customers really like engaging with voice AI.
Yeah, I think it's a good point. And I think it's very, very common across all new technologies. You know, once customers have had a good experience of a you know, a company's branded, let's say in this case AI chatbot, then next time it's you know, it's not even given a second thought. You know, so yeah, we are on this sort of learning curve, learning journey. And as customers, we are, you know, we're finding things that work and things that don't. So I suppose over time, as more and more customers adopt good quality AI, then the general experience will be lifted, and eventually we won't give it a second thought, just like you said. So very good.
Maybe customers will start shouting, I want to speak to an AI, you know, when they're talking
well,
to
that's it. Well, at the end of the day, companies should only adopt the AI if it is as good or better than humans. It shouldn't be, oh, we're doing this because it's cheaper, but we know it's worse. But you know, we're happy to go with the, you know, sort of the trade-off between cost and quality. Really, companies should only do things if they're as good or better than the alternative. And I think we're now getting to the stage, and I think Quiq has demonstrated this, that we're now getting to the stage where the AI is as good or better than the human alternative, which is you know, sort of where I think we're all heading in the next few years. So it's really good. Well, thanks very much for your contribution, Chris, and thanks for Quiq's ongoing support of our Directors Club Knowledge Share activities, and particularly our AI Expo series.